What up, guys? Another day, and we just found something super sweet. This is a Houston Astros promotional Budweiser sign. We found it and we sniped it for $100. Super clean, and it works. That's what's even crazier. But yeah, we picked this up. Apparently Houston, there's supposed to be a freeze today. There was, but we out here still working and we were able to find it. So, here we go.
I want to show your shirt. Look, this is all my dad's shirt and him like it's gorillas, and then I know it's like cool. It's cool. I know.
You like gorillas?
Yeah, but no, it's like yo-yo.
What's your favorite song?
Sunshine.
Oh, Clint Eastwood. What is up, guys? Cultivate Kicks here with another video. Unfortunately, we do not have a pop-up this weekend, so I decided to kind of do a meet your seller. So my name is Joe Hernandez. I've been running Cultivate now for 3 years. It started as a reselling business online. I sell on Depop, Grailed, and eBay. The links are going to be below, so if you guys want, please check out my eBay store. I specialize in vintage and vintage jerseys, and then I'm based out of Houston, Texas. In Houston, I do a lot of pop-ups on the weekends, so every Sunday I'll do like a different pop-up around the city, but I usually only cater to my Houston people. So I have a lot of Astros, Arrows, Rockets, Oilers, stuff like that on my pop-ups. And I also do a lot of hats, hat accessories, and just overall kind of like a vintage theme. So it started off kind of just as an idea, and I've always been into reselling, especially with like sneakers and streetwear, but it was never really like vintage and vintage goods. It wasn't until I had a very unfortunate situation and I had my back against the wall where I decided to shift over to vintage and vintage clothes, just because it's a lot cheaper and it's a lot easier to move. Because when you're selling a shoe, you know, you spend $200 and you sell it for $250 now, with the market being all off, compared to like a vintage shirt, you pay anywhere from like $1 to $5 and could sell it for $25 to $30. So you're really almost making the same profit that you would on a sneaker. So when I switched with jerseys and other vintage goods, I really honed my passion. I was a sports reporter for 7 years, so I've always been close to sports and sports broadcasting, and I knew a lot of history about the game. So naturally, it was just a good move for me to go into vintage clothes, especially with sports jerseys. But I started selling all of my personal stuff on eBay, and they started selling really, really well. But one thing in particular was like my fitted hats. Like, I've been wearing hats since I was 15 years old. And I had a lot of older hat club ones, like from 2017, 2018. And I listed them on Grailed, and they just started selling. And they started selling for like good money, like over 100, 150 on some. And I realized I kind of had something there. So I started selling hats, reselling hats. And it kind of then shifted over to me like reselling pins, like dudes like Made by Eric or Patchwork or Bodega Bros. Like, I would buy their pins and then I would resell them. So there'd be like $20 and people would be paying like $35, $40, depending on the pin, right? And then before you know it, it kind of just clicked. Like, why am I reselling other people's pins? Like, I should find out how to make my own. And before you know it, like, I started making my own pins, and they kind of just became like a thing, you know. Cultivate pins, it started with me going in like fitted hat releases, and it was me and my daughter, and she was probably like 2 years old, and we were just walking up and down the line selling Cultivate pins, which we only had like 2 or 3 at the time. But it was pretty cool because nobody was really doing it back then. So like, these pins would cost me like $5, or yeah, probably like $5 to make, and I would sell them for like $15 to $20 at the time. And it was cool just being able to bond with my daughter, especially being so small, and kind of just seeing how her dad like works. But there'd be days where we would go on the fitted lines and we would make anywhere from like $200 to $300 just selling $20 pins. And I was like, really, I feel like I was one of the first people who started doing that, especially here in Houston, which is like basically what I call guerrilla marketing, or from like my Spanish roots, we call it Tijuana border linea selling. You know, like if you go to Mexico and you cross through the border, you see plenty of people selling stuff and trinkets at the border. So like it's indoctrinated into my DNA to be able to hustle and sell items like that. So yeah, so it went from 1 to 5, and now I think I have over 30 pins here in my warehouse, and we sell them pretty frequently. But yeah, so it went from making pins to making other little cool things like I don't have one. Oh, here we go. It was making pins to like 3D printing hat benders. You know, it's to make your hat the perfect brim. To start making socks for the company. And before you know it, it just all really just evolved and became more than what I could expect. Like we make t-shirts now. So this is like our Cultivate t-shirt, which is inspired on a real vintage tee. But yeah, it's just like it's grown so much, and it just have so many projects now, and I don't even know like where to start or to stop. Especially with this, like I'm literally just speaking into a camera and just kind of telling you guys what I do, and it's still tough. It's still kind of tough to like figure out in hindsight like what I want to do with this business, but for now, like it's been doing really well. And I'm just excited to continue to bring the vision of Cultivate to you all from that are not here local, and to the people here in the city of Houston, Texas, especially Houston. Like Houston, one of the best things about Houston is that I'm born and raised from LA. And when I got here and I really like adapted to the culture, like I was accepted with open arms, and especially in the fitted community, considering like it was so new and I've always been into hats. So it was kind of like I fit right in, and I appreciate all the people who've kind of like mentored me in the process of all of this, because without them, I don't think I would have been able to do all of this. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the spark notes of my business. But now like I could just kind of show you some videos from the past week of just kind of the stuff I do on the regular, so check it out. So we sold some hats yesterday. So you got 45 camo. We have this sick one that's actually been pretty popular. So then these are going to be available for pickup, and then a couple t-shirts. But yeah, this is kind of what I do every day, just grabbing everything, make sure everything's stocked up and ready to go. All right guys, we just finished work, like our actual job, and we're set to do some things in the next couple of days. So I came here to get some work done. So basically I'm going to show you guys kind of our filing system. So what we do is we get these bags. As you can tell, this is 118. So every single box is numbered, and it goes based on what box it goes in. So 118, it looks like box 6 starts at 93 and box 7 starts at 119. So this is 118. So it could either go in the front, or it can go in the back of 6, or it could go in the front of 7. And then after we put it, we go to our spreadsheet, and we type it in here. So this would be like Crimson Tide versus Auburn Tigers 2011, size, the number, and the bin. So when it sells online, we could kind of look at the description, type it in, and then find the box it goes to, so it could be easier to pack orders. We didn't do this before. We used to just do it in a bunch of boxes, and I would have to remember, and it was very difficult. But we've gotten way better at this system, and it's actually a lot easier for us to do it. So yeah, this is kind of how we store everything for now, and I'll probably show you guys how I take pictures as well, so I'll show you guys in a sec. All right, so right now we're prepping the bags that we store our clothes in. So these are like your standard 10 by 15 plastic bags. You buy these on Amazon, I think it's like 100 to 500, from anywhere from like $10 to $25. And then you buy these, which you could buy like 1 through 1,000. Right now we're at 571, which is the last number we used. So we're gonna prep all these. Let me see if I can show you guys. So we grab one, the latest number we use, and then we just put it here. And when you put it in the box, you kind of file it as a system. So shout out to Daily Refinement and Hustlin' Hooks, because they're the ones who taught me how to do this. And honestly, this is like the only way to do this. And same thing with like the boxes. I believe the boxes are something like, don't quote me, but I think they're like 32. Now they're longer than that. I believe they're like 64 inches long and probably 12 inches. And I could fit 4 comfortably. And I could fit anywhere from like 15 to 25 items in each box, depending if it's a t-shirt, a jacket, or a shirt. So all of that is on Uline. And then it could also, you obviously could order based on what size is your storage racks. You know, like I used to have some plastic ones, which you can't really see back there, but those were only able to hold like 3. So I would probably have to order like different measurements for boxes in order for them to fit more in there. But yeah, that's how you do that. So today we're using just like this little grass patch I got at Home Depot, probably for like 20 bucks, and this lamp. So this is how we take pictures. What's up, guys? So I'm back home. I had to actually leave my storage pretty quick because I do have something planned tomorrow. I'm gonna hang out with my family, haven't seen them in a while. So I had to kind of cut everything short. But again, I'm so glad that you guys were able to see kind of like what I do on the daily basis. There's way more stuff that I do, and I'm gonna get better at kind of showing you guys. Most of the time I kind of just want to do everything so quickly that I kind of forget to like include it in videos and stuff. But I'm gonna get way better at doing all this stuff, and I'm gonna just bring you along this year, and hopefully we could keep this YouTube thing up, and I could look back on it at the end of the year and see how much we've grown. But I'm really excited for it, and I really hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Just remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I look at every single comment, and I try my best to respond to every single comment. So please like, comment, subscribe, share your favorite video, post it on your Instagram. It truly means a lot. Make sure you follow us at CultivateLLC on IG and Cultivate Kicks and Apparel on YouTube. Peace.